No, ma'am. What? You want to go outside? Outside? You want to go outside or you just have to? You go outside. Let's go outside. Go outside? Yeah. Oh, you go. All right, guys. Well, welcome. This is my, gosh, I mean, I don't even know how many characters this would make. But I just, randomly today, I was watching a pretty old video by Noah Caldwell Gervais, who does some really excellent, video essays on games, like really long form, like 2-hour long videos. And he did one on the Dark Souls trilogy, and I've been kind of slowly watching it, just, you know, here and there. And he loves playing Pyromancers, and I realized I've played a Pyromancer in Dark Souls 1, and I've played a Pyromancer in Dark Souls 2. I don't think I've ever played a Pyromancer in Dark Souls 3, so I thought I would play my yet another Dark Souls 3 game.
It is called
We're going to watch the intro, because I love the intro to this game. I know a lot of people are really kind of negative on Dark Souls 3. Noah Caldwell Gervais is a little negative on it. I mean, I think he's very balanced. But I know that people feel like it's just repetitive, the same old thing of Dark Souls 1. And it is, but I still really love Dark Souls 3. It's my favorite FromSoft game other than Elden Ring, just because it just feels so good. It's just so polished. So, I don't know. I get the problems with it. Story has never been my big focus with these games, but I don't think the story is terrible, relatively speaking to the rest of the series. You know, I love Dark Souls 1, and I love Dark Souls 2 as well, but I feel like Dark Souls 3 is, like, actually a really good homage to Dark Souls 1. Personally, I don't feel like it's just totally a rip-off so much as, like, I think it's doing a good job of like I said, of like paying homage and paying kind of honor to Dark Souls 1 and saying, all right, we're doing it one more time, guys. But I think it has some of the best boss fights, like that one right there. That's probably one of my favorite boss fights in all of From library. And as gimmick fights go, Yorm's fight is a gimmick fight that is still difficult, even if you know the gimmick and do the gimmick. It still can be kind of hard, and I think that's good. And I will note, if you're watching this and you've never watched me play any Souls games before, I'm not good. I'm not necessarily good at these. I'm decent. So if you don't know the story of Dark Souls, essentially, I'll tell you in a second. Let's finish this.
Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
No, I do. Last time I had 20 viewers. Or there's really like 80 something viewers.
Okay, give me just a second. be right back.
If the thing happens, can you join after research? How many minutes? There's probably like 5 or 10 minutes. Thanks, Rachel.
I was trying to show you yeah, that'd be good. Okay, sorry. I was trying to borrow a cable from my son so I could use audio video, but I could not. He's busy with it. Sorry. Okay, so like I was, let's see, burial gift. I like the young white branch because then it's like it makes the undead settlement easier for like 30 seconds. It's not really necessary. Fire gem could be useful. Life ring's nice until you get something better, which takes a little while to get better. Sovereignless soul, can get you a little. It'll pay for like one level, basically, right? Remember how much the Sovereignless Soul is? I think it's 2,000. Try to remember how many. Try to decide what to go with. Yeah, I feel like this would get you from like level 1 to 3. I think it's like worth 2 levels to start off with, which is, you know, nice, but completely worthless in the long run. And I'm not playing online because I didn't renew my PSN. So cracked red eye orb, and it's not going to do anything for me. So I think we're going to go off the life ring just to have a little extra HP to start off with. Doesn't really make a big difference.
Oh, you mean an apex? Wait, I didn't know that you meant an apex. I'm sorry. Okay, I turned it off.
They really not have like a blonde? Is that what they consider blonde hair in this game?
Okay, there we go. I mean, I see.
You think that closer to Sifa? Sifa's... I should mention I am partially colorblind. I have a hard time seeing greens when they're next to yellows, so that may be green. But it looks blonde to me. Okay. I'm trying to remember, what does Sifa look like? Going with the anime. Okay. I'm looking online. Let's see. I'm finding 150 and 140 and then 133 on the blue. How on earth did they... That's not even remotely the same.
Wait, did I say confident? No, I said confident. Yeah, I said confident.
Wow. That is... So I looked up online, someone was like, here's some sliders for how to... Oh, I'm looking at the skin color. Okay. I feel so dumb. I know, I'm sorry. I know this is watching somebody create their character is super boring, probably. There we are. Yeah, no, they had the same thing I had. Okay. Max out that, put that there, and reduce that. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks good. Yeah. That's blonde. That's kind of her reddish blonde she has. I just realized they think pupils and are irises. Interesting. Yeah, I don't really want to mess with this anymore. Close enough. All right, and we're going Pyromancer. That looks good. Yeah, let's do it. Did I spell Sifa right? Let's just double check that real fast. Yes, Sifo Bernades. All right, let's do it. Okay, so as I was saying, the story of Dark Souls. Once the world was in pure darkness, and then a guy named Gwyn came around, and he got fire, and he gave fire to humanity, like Prometheus, and he waged war against dragons, and he basically has the fire of creation at the kiln of the first flame, yada, yada, yada. The world is in kind of this twilight where there's fire and there's darkness, and the fire has to be kept kindled constantly. And Gwyn is like kind of falling down on the job in Dark Souls 1, so you go, and the like canon ending is that you go and take the job over for him, and you kindle the first flame, and you know, you link the fire, your fire, and yada yada yada. Anyway, yeah, I just yada 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 over the story of Dark Souls. Sorry. Anyway, so all right. So anyway, then let's see. Hey, welcome. So anyway, in this game, the basically the story is that the many different people, players like you, have gone and become the new Lord of Cinder and kindled the flame, but one by one they all abandon their post, and so you've got to go and basically kill these absentee Lords of Fire, Lords of Cinder, and take the flame of their souls basically and use them together to rekindle the flame. Or you can extinguish the flame and usher in a world of darkness. Or you can choose a third side, which is like, I can't remember what the third one is. Can't remember the third ending. Anyway, so I decided to hanker in to play a Pyromancer. I've never done it. It's kind of the most story appropriate build, you know, because it's based on that idea of the fire. And so anyway, this is probably, I mean, I've only actually beaten Dark Souls 3, like, I bet I've only beaten Dark Souls 3 once, actually, and though I've played it a lot, I kind of will make a character and I'll play like 2/3 of the way through and then just fall off of it. So all right. But we can't adjust our Estus Flask till we get to Firelink Shrine. This is the game that introduced basically mana to the series. They call it FP, Focus Points. Oh, I forgot about you. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, it's all set to my settings from the last time I played, so that's nice. There is a thing over here. I'm going to come back to it after I've nabbed this. Actually, I might go ahead and beat the first boss before I do anything. The not the first boss. I like Noah Caldwell Gervais in his video essay. He called it the entrance exam. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. All right. So this is Hudex Gundyr, and he's, like I said, he's the kind of the entrance test to see, like, okay, can you play this game like at all? The other games, starting with Demon Souls, all have a opening very easy boss that is just kind of a, okay, welcome to Souls games, good luck, boss. But I would say Gundyr is a lot harder than any of them. But he's not hard. He's also weak to fire, so. So, Pyromancer, like I said, I've never played a Pyromancer in this, but it is kind of like I said, it is definitely kind of an easy mode, early game at least. But I'm betting that it's going to be, it's going to have some ups and downs, so in terms of difficulty. So, points in its favor as far as it being like easier than other builds is that so many things in this game are weak to fire. Like, so many things that you wouldn't even think are weak to fire are weak to fire in this game. And almost any enemy in this game is staggered by fire also. So even if it's not weak, they'll at least stagger. But there's so many things in this game that are weak to fire. It's crazy. And so having a build based around fire is definitely going to make the game easier, at least from that standpoint. The other thing is, well, that's that. The downside to playing a Pyromancer, from my point of view, is that you have to split your stats a lot, because Pyromancies scale on intelligence and they scale on intelligence and faith. So, but then I'm still going to want endurance. I'm still going to want attunement. I'm going to need attunement, because that'll give me more spell slots and more mana, more FP. I'm going to need vigor for my HP, of course, because I'm not good enough to not level vigor. So I'm going to need attunement, endurance, intelligence, and faith. And then some weapons will be gated behind dexterity and strength as well. So, like, the only thing I'm not going to be leveling up in this build, basically, is luck and... Oh, I forgot. What is vitality in this one? Yeah, so I'm going to want vitality, too, so I can wear armor. So it's just, yeah, it's going to be a mess. Anyway, I'm going to put all those opening souls into that. And then we're going to do the thing. We're going to embed the coiled sword. Boom. Yay. All right. All right, I'm back. So anyway, every time I start one of these, let's see, we'll talk to people.
Another one.
This mother, this asshole's in every one of these games.
We unkindle gives me
No, I say that. He's fine.
Don't you think?
He's just, there's always a version of this guy who's just sad. He's just a sad sack. Let's see. This guy, there will be a guy here that'll teach me about PvP, but he's not here yet. And then there's this guy. So you see these thrones, each of these thrones is one of the Lords of Cinder that is not doing his job, except this guy. This guy's actually still doing his job. He's hanging out. So this, I love that this little dude is someone who beat the game. He beat Dark Souls at some point, basically.
And a seeker of lords. I am Ludleth of Corland. Look not in bewilderment as I say. I linked the fire long ago, becoming the Lord of Cinder. If substantiation be thy want, set thine eyes upon my charred corpse. This sad cadaver, no need to be cold. Have a closer look. Knowest thou of our purpose? 5 thrones will take 5 lords as kindling for the linking of the fire. The fast-fading flame must be licked to preserve this world. A reenactment of the first linking of the fire. So it is, I became a Lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a Colossus.
So he's cool. He'll turn boss souls into weapons for you. He is the only Lord of Cinder who didn't abandon his throne, who didn't abandon his duty. And this is the Shrine Handmaiden. She's going to be one of our main vendors. We're going to be buying stuff from her.
Lots of little things, and yes, I'm Ashen One, as is thy want.
And so, right now, we can get 3 human effigies from her, which we're going to want, sorry, embers or human effigies in Dark Souls 2. The Whitestone Soapstone, which would be great if I hadn't canceled my PSN. Just trying to save money, so I'm not using PSN right now, so that's why. The Tower Key, which costs 20,000 souls, is absolutely worth having, but not really necessary at this point. We're going to go ahead and buy just this talisman for... Oh, actually... Let's see, what do I want to buy from her? Do I want a prism stone? Yes. Take a few prism stones. So we're about to go visit Pickle P Pumperum Crow, and she will trade us certain stuff. And so for Prism Stone, she'll give us a Twinkling Titanite, which is really nice. And does she sell firebombs? Yes, for a firebomb, she'll give us a large Titanite shard. And that'll be nice. And let's see. You have a Homeward Bone. For a Homeward Bone, she will give us... Oh, the Iron Bracelets. I don't really... I'm not trying to be... Sunbro. Praises Solaire. I'm not trying to be Solaire this time, so... I'm not going to do that. I thought that any Sacred Chime, she'll give me the Help Me Carving, which, again, we don't need because we're not playing online this time. Feels so weird not playing online. I always play online. Oh, Large Leather Shield she'll give us. We need...
Ashen One, be sure to bring more souls.
Should be 200. All right, there we go. All right. But we want a large leather shield. Right? Large leather shield. Yeah, I should give us a twinkling tie knife for that. Okay.
Ashen one, be sure.
Ashen one, be sure. Alright, so we can buy the tower key for 20,000, and we need it to access most of the tower, but we can actually access part of the tower with a little parkour. So we're going to do that right now. We just got to get the parkour down. One time I did this on the first try. One time ever I did this on the first try. Oh, almost made it that time. I had the height, but I misjudged the angle. There we go. That was what, fourth try, fifth try? Not bad. So that part of the tower we can't get to without spending the 20,000 souls for the thing. But this part of the tower over here, we can. But before we do that, I want to go over here. Oh, he's too smart for that. Nope. Oh, no, he's not. But I probably don't have enough mana for it. No, I'm not going to have enough for it, so I'll have to come back when I've, either that or I can try to beat him legit, but the sword he drops I'm not going to be able to use with my stats. Yeah, this is my last fireball. See? Told ya. Only took him 2 hits. That's fine, though. So, just doing that for some free souls. He drops like 2,000 souls, if I remember correctly. So, oh, did I forget to... Okay, so down here, Andre, the blacksmith from Dark Souls 1, will let us shuffle our Estus. We'll do that. We'll reshuffle it later. Okay, let's see how many times it takes us this time. All right, that's 3. Oh, 4. Didn't even come close. 5. 6. 7. 8. All right, 8 tries. And a miss. All right. Yeah, I got to do it right here because this is the only place where he'll get in range. Wait, why do I only have 1? Oh no! Alright, well, that worked.
Asher pricked. Very well then. Farewell, Ashen One.
Okay.
Just what? Pretty careful.
Yeah, last time I forgot to come rest and refill the flask. This is the having to go to the blacksmith to allot your Estus and all that. This is all stuff that they smoothed out when they made Elden Ring. Took a lot of Dark Souls 3 smoothed out a lot of the just ease of use wrinkles from Dark Souls 1 and 2, and then Elden Ring finished the job, so to speak, for the most part. I say finish the job. I think ultimately we'll see one of these where you don't even have a blacksmith anymore. You can just reinforce your stuff from any bonfire. But I mean, I like the blacksmiths. I like that. I don't think it's a big deal to have to go there to reinforce your weapons. But changing your Estus is like, well, what does it matter? All right, so this is Pickle P. And so what we're going to do is we're going to drop Pickle P an item. Well, So in Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1, when you did this, you had to log out. You had to like exit the game and then come back, and they would have left it for you. They made it much easier in this one. You just have to drop one item at a time. And that was probably a waste. I'm not going to use that. Let's see. Oh, there we go. We got some stuff. And an Estus shard, and that's huge because that's going to give us an extra extra drink of our flask. And by the way, falling from here will kill me, so you got to be careful. And then there's a illusory wall right here, and there we go. And covetous silver serpent ring, which is going to increase our soul acquisition from enemies. We also start with the Great Swamp Ring as a Pyromancer class, which is cool. Alright, and so now we'll do one more exploitative, toxic gamer thing real fast. Not really toxic. So we're going to go up here. All right. It's gonna be weird playing without player messages. Oh well. Alright. There you go. 4,400 souls. Just practicing my shield kicks. All right. There's the sword the master dropped, by the way. Anyway, not gonna be able to use it probably ever in this build, so. But I'm a pack rat. I like to collect every single item, whether I'm going to use it or not. I think I've collected all the items out here. Alright, so... Oh, got bone shards and Estus shards messed up.
Just wasn't neat.
No,
Be careful.
not a big... Hey Google, turn on the living room arch. Okay, I'm thinking, just trying to decide. Thinking I might do... Is he... Oh, he's not here yet. That's right. I have to rescue him. Alright. Does she sell any weapons? I just don't want to use a hand axe. What do you got in the way of weapons? You got a dagger, short sword, scimitar. Scimitar isn't the worst to start off with.
Ashen One.
I don't have a... I don't really need a talisman until I can get... I'm just going to stick with the hand axe for now.
Very well. Then touch the darkness within me.
Always accidentally gesturing in this game. Alright, let's do it. I do definitely get from a role-play perspective, or a story perspective, that there not being any, that you just like teleport to the first area. I could see the problem. I get it. I get it. It just doesn't really bother me that much, but I do definitely get people's issues of this game from a story perspective. Okay. Why can't I take that sword? Coiled sword for a bonfire. Alright. I'm sorry that my character is half nude, but I like being able to fast roll. Alright. We're going to go this way first. This is not the way you're meant to go first, but... Wow. Off to a great start, guys. See what I'm talking about with the fire, though? Dogs are so annoying in this game, and they just go down so fast to fire. Where's the dude with the axe? Is he hiding? Oh, he's right there. See how he's staggered from that? He will sometimes drop that axe, which is, if you have the strength for it, is really good. You can't open this from this side. So up here, there's going to be some guys with crossbows, and then there's going to be a bunch of guys praying. One of the guys praying will turn into a pus of man, like Udex did. And you want to let him do that because he will drop a good item, but only if he's turned into a pus of man first. But then you want to not run out of mana in the middle of the fight. Anyway, he drops a Titanite Shard and an Ember if you let him turn into a pus of man first. And he'll only do that the first time, and then he won't do that again. The next time I come here, if I let him transform, then he won't drop anything. He might drop a Titanite Shard, I don't know. He'll only drop the Ember once, but anyway. So, and it's not just him. Any of those guys that you see praying like that, where you see a bunch of them together in a group praying, there's one of them that turns into a pus of man. There's, I think there's just one other place in this level where that happens. But anyway, point is you want to let him do it so you can get the Titanite Shard and the Ember. Embers are awesome. Embers make you, they give you just like I think like a 20% increase to health, mana, and stamina. And also, I think they increase your damage and your damage resistance. Like, they're just like miracle item. They turn you to embered status, which you also get for beating a boss. And also, you have to be embered to be able to summon cooperators. So, they're really good. And even with me playing offline, because of my lack of PSN, I can still summon NPC cooperators, but I need the Ember to do it. So, Embers are great. You'll eventually have a lot of them if you don't use them all the time. But then, you come up on like a crazy hard in-game boss that takes you like 80 tries, and you end up like using every Ember that you have trying to like get the stuff. This is these red messages on the ground. This one is a developer message, I think. No. Wait, am I playing online? I thought I had to have PSN. Oh, you know what? My PSN doesn't run out for another couple of weeks. I just canceled it. Oh, I can play online then. Oh, awesome. Wonderful. Yay. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I got kind of pulled away for a minute, but hold on, I'm going to plug something in here. Also, sorry for no video. I am my living room set up with my PS5. I am not in a good spot for video, but I am I have a extension cable for my camera for the PS5, but it's my son is using it, and so I'm just gonna, I didn't want to bother him at the moment, so I'm just gonna not do video today. Okay, anyway, all right, back to the game. So I'm doing this like my commentary is like as if you've never played. So if you've played and you're like, stop telling me stuff, I know all this, then I don't know, sorry. So this guy at the lantern is gonna alert everybody, but if I can stop him before he does what he just did, then he won't be able to alert them. Anyway, so there's a couple of people that are just hanging out asleep. And there's all these people praying that are just you can kill in one hit at any level. But you don't have to. They won't ever attack you unless you attack them first. But then there's, the guys that'll come if so this guy with the lantern, he'll alert people. But if he doesn't, then these other people hanging out, these soldiers won't notice that I'm here until after I've attacked. So there's a guy up here. So one guy's gonna run off the side here. Boom. I don't know why it kicked over and over again. I didn't think I was just kicking, but anyway. I hate how kicking works in this game. You have to be holding up your shield and then you have to be, so you don't have to be holding your shield. You have to press forward and hold down the attack button. But see, it didn't do it. And then it did it. It just feels very inconsistent for me. Anyway, this is cool right here. Oh, I guess he doesn't come yet. Alright. There's a dragon that'll fly down there and kill everything, but I guess I have to have gotten to that area first. And that gold pine resin, very useful against the boss of this area, who is not really hard to begin with, but still. Which again feels like another Dark Souls 1 reference, because Dark Souls 1, the boss of the first real area is also weak to gold pine resin. That's one of those situations where being able to do the kick consistently would have been useful. So he killed everyone up there with the first one. And now he'll kill everyone down here with the second blast. And now you can run across before he does another blast. That's what you're meant to do. You can actually, there's a bunch of items up there. One or two of them are good, but I can't really remember what they are. Which one, and I don't know if any of them will be worth it. These guys take 3 hits, or 2 hits if they're that way. And then there's this guy. Who can be kind of a frustration early on, but eventually this is just your standard issue Mook, but early on these guys can actually be kind of a pain. Alright, to our left is going to be an assassin guy with blow darts. There's a cat behind me.
Are we going to walk before or after dinner?
I figured after, we told him after. Didn't we? Or we told him before, didn't we?
You said probably before, but we didn't.
Okay. Anyway, so there's a bonfire this way, but which I'll grab. I'll light, but not sit down at, because I want to finish clearing out that area before I move on. Actually, no, we'll just go ahead and do it. Alright, and then there's a guy walking around below us with a big axe, one of the big axe guys below us. Let's see if we can... Oh, it's one of the polearm guys. Okay. Well. And that's the thing, going back to Demon Souls, plunging attacks do bonus damage. And I think this is locked, yeah. I don't have the key for that yet. This guy's going to throw firebombs, and these barrels are explosive, so don't stand right by the barrels. Mailbreaker is a dagger that I believe does damage through shields, if I'm correct. That might just do extra damage to armor. Can't use it any... Oh, no, I can't use it anyway. Oh, it's weapon art does through... goes through... Yeah, it's weapon art, or whatever you call it, goes through shields. But anyway, I don't have the dexterity for, like, any weapons right now, but the thing I have, basically. I feel like... There's the dragon. Looks so cool. And that is another Dark Souls 1 reference. Because in the Undead Settlement, there's... Well, it's not even a Dark Souls 1 reference, it's a Demon Souls reference. Alright, do I need a key? I do. Where do I get the key for this? I forgot. Alright, well, I can't release him yet because I don't have the key. Forgot that I had to get a key first. Alright, well, then back to the regular path. Anyway, that was our one of our merchants. He's a good boy. He's a thief who sells a lot of really good stuff, and then you can send him out thieving, and he'll come back with better inventory until eventually he dies. Alright, this is the other Pussive Man, the only one I'm aware of. This one right here. See, he's going to stand up. And he's going to drop a Titanite Shard and an Ember. There we go. Then there's going to be a Crystal Lizard right over here. I can't remember what it drops, but we want it. Raw. Oh, yes. So Raw will be very good for our build until we unlock Chaos. Because Raw takes the damage scaling off of items and just makes them scale with nothing. They just increase damage. Now, do I care about that item right there? Let's go for it. Black Firebomb. Oops. Ah. I gotta stop being greedy. I'm wasting mana being greedy. Do you drop anything? No. Alright, so this thing's saying I can jump to that other item. Jumping ahead, then treasure. Jumping ahead, and then treasure ahead. But I can't jump, like, it's the tree doesn't have collision, right? So, nope. Well, I don't know. Maybe they just meant jumping down. There's an ember. That's nice. Probably can't use a rapier with my current stats, can I? Nope. Alright, so there's going to be a guy up on my right with a crossbow, so we want to get rid of him first. And there's a guy below him with a sword, and he comes up after us. Alright. then we go over here. And so the boss is like right over there, but we're gonna go up here first. Let's see if we can make this jump. Yeah, easy. Oh, that's what they meant. Oh, it's just a ring of sacrifice. Ring of sacrifice is when you've dropped a bunch of souls and you want to get them back, but you're worried that you're going to die on the way back. Then you use the ring of sacrifice, and when you die, the ring breaks, but you don't die. You don't lose any souls. Ooh, almost fell off. Alright, and that's a shortcut back to where the boss is at. Oh, and I died. Yay. With 4,500 souls. But it'd be alright. It'd be alright. Be alright because my souls are right there, and then there's a shortcut to the boss arena. Well, to the area right outside the boss arena anyway. I wish the targeting would work from a little further off than that. I told him 20 minutes about 10 minutes ago, so yes, I mean, we can be. I think the dog was in the back of the house.
Welcome home,
Nope. She's just hanging out by the gate, I guess.
Very well, then take.
Well, no, she just came back from the hallway, is what I was saying.
Farewell, Ashen. Welcome home, sir. Very well, then taken. Farewell, Ashen One.
think I'm gonna regret going into this. We'll see. Alright, but I'm gonna call it a night for now, so thanks for watching, and check you next time.